packing fee. Basically, you're paying for the people that's doing the picking, the packing, and the boxes and things like that. It's usually around about 10 to 15%, which is totally fine, especially if you're not doing any work and things like that. But with FBM, you don't have to pay those fees because they're not doing the work. You are, right? So you're able to make an extra amount of money by doing so. You might make an extra $2 per product that you sell by doing that. Probably $3, depending on depending on the product and what's going on with it. But you're able to make a little bit more money, but by doing the work yourself. For me, I like to do it simply because it's simple. I got all my packaging here, right? Which is what I'm gonna get into right now. If you want to do FBM, one of the things you need is poly mailers, and you can get that on Amazon poly mailers to ship off 9x6. One of the other things that I tell people to use is a thermal printer. The reason why you need a thermal printer, I don't know if everybody knows what a thermal printer is, but a thermal printer is basically a printer that works off of heat. It doesn't use ink. So you'll save a lot of money by getting a thermal printer, and you don't have to get a new one. You can go to, the Facebook Marketplace, buy a used one. You can go to OfferUp to get one for like $50. That works perfect, right? I don't buy new thermal printers. I buy all used thermal printers because it worked for them. It'll work for me, right? So that's what I use. Um, and then that's pretty much it. You need boxes and tape, right? The way that I get my boxes is by USPS. They give them to me for free. They give me my poly mailers, the bubble mailers, I mean, for free, right? So you can go on the USPS website and go to supplies and actually order boxes and bubble mailers for free, all right? As long as you're using it to ship USPS, which majority of my orders are. The other way I get free packaging stuff is by going to UPS.com, and you have to have a business account for this as well. You can go to supplies, and you can also get your labels for free from them. That's the 4x6 labels that you can get for free. They'll deliver them to you within a day or two. So those are free as well, and you can get packaging from them as well. So those are the two places that I get my stuff for free. So I don't have to pay for boxes. I don't have to pay for bubble mailers. So it lowers my cost tremendously, and I'm in profit off of those particular products that I'm shipping myself. Um, Another issue might be if you're doing shipping yourself. Majority of people think you got to package up everything and take it to the places. You don't have to do that. On the USPS website, you can actually schedule a pickup, and they'll come to your house to pick up your products for you so they can ship them off. You know what I mean? So you can do that for free. Same thing with UPS. They charge you for that service a little bit, but it'll be worth it if you have a lot of products. They might charge you like $7 or $8, but if you have like 50 products that you're shipping off or something like that, it'll be worth it. It's like 50 cents per product or something like that. Depending on what it is. But those are the ways that I ship my products off and get free packaging material to lower my overhead costs. Has anybody got a question on that?
So when you first started, you which one did you use?
I use FBA to start for a little bit, and then I also use FBM depending on what the product was. The product that I was selling, one of the products that I was selling FBM, it was a back brace. I think, yeah, it was a back brace that I was selling, and it was selling so fast that I didn't want to. The time that it took to ship the product to Amazon, which was like 2 or 3 days, and then like another day processing, that time period, I would have lost money. So I'd rather, just merch fulfill instead of losing 5 days of making money. And I was selling around about 20 to 30 of them a day. So I didn't want to miss out on like 150 sales to 200 sales, shipping that product.
So it sounds like you had two accounts.
No, you can use FBM and FBA on the same account.
Oh, you
Um,
can.
Yeah, you can select it. But the difference is, if you have an FBA account, you can use both. If you have a professional account, you can use both. That's the paid account. If you have the individual account, you can only do merchant, right? and you get charged $1 per product that you sell. So let's just do the reason why it makes sense to get a professional account once you start making over 40 sales is because you're gonna get charged $40 anyway, right? So you might as well just upgrade to a professional account so you won't get charged $1 per product, and you can still do, I mean, you still, and once you do that, once you do a professional account and you want to do merchant, you're not going to get charged that dollar anymore because you're already paying, for $40 a month. So you could sell 1,000 products at home and you still just pay $40 a month. You get me? So that's the difference between those two accounts.
Okay.
Any questions?
Two quick questions.
Shoot.
I came in kind of at the tail end, just now getting this. But are you selling niche products? That's the first question. And the second question, I have a Deezer account with Alibaba that does drop shipping. Have you done that, or would you, you know, say anything, is good or bad?
Hey, I'm sorry. You have the echo. So I don't know if we should like. I know you want to keep the mic open, but
Am
it's
I?
it's
I'm
competing.
echoing now.
Yeah. So let's do a quick switch so we can get
Okay,
rid of
hold
your
on. Let me.
echo.
You want me to say it again, Vashawn?
Um, is he back on stage? Hold on. I'm inviting him to stage. Give me a second.
Yeah, I heard you. Yeah, so I don't sell particularly niche items. I sell whatever a customer's buying, right? Based upon the rank of a product. And that is public information on Amazon. If you look at what's called the bestsellers rank, um, or the BSR, it's in the product description details section of Amazon's page. Like when you look at a product, you scroll down and look at product details section, it'll tell you the best sellers rank. And the very first rank, if it's under like 80,000, it's a good product to sell, right? Um, so whatever product that is, if it's profitable for me, at least over 30% profit or higher, then that's a product that I would probably sell, right? So it doesn't matter about the a niche, but you can, you might find, you might prefer certain niches better than others, but that doesn't exclude me selling in other niches, right? The other part of that is, yeah, drop shipping is don't do drop shipping. That's the fastest way to get your account shut down, right? And once you get your account shut down by drop shipping, it's kind of hard to get it back. You know what I mean? Because when you're drop shipping, you're selling products that um are not sold by authorized sellers, especially on Alibaba. You don't know the quality. You just don't know, right? So don't do that at all. If you look at their terms of services, they don't like that. Not that way of drop shipping.
Okay, I appreciate it. It was just something in my Shopify store. I'm an author, so I sell my books and I sell my merch. And there
Hmm.
was a connection on Shopify that allowed you to do a Deezer account to do drop shipping. It wasn't something that I was,
Oh,
really heavy.
now on Shopify you can do that. I'm all for it on Shopify. But on Amazon it's a different platform. Different. They're very very strict. And the reason why, if you're doing drop shipping on Amazon, Amazon does what? 2-day shipping and fast shipping. That's what they're known for. And if you're doing drop shipping on stuff like that, you don't know if they have the product in stock or not. A lot of the times, even if you have a software that has an automatic counter, those softwares mess up. And if you mess up on shipping, and they give a bad review saying, you get multiple of those bad reviews, Amazon looks bad, right? And then they'll shut your account down because you made them look bad, right? So It's a lot of different metrics that you're looking at when you're looking at particular when you're selling on Amazon. But on Shopify, that's your store, your brand. You can mess it up or be successful however you feel. But I'm all for selling drop shipping on Shopify.
Okay, that's cool because
Yeah.
the Deezer account actually allows you to you can order the stuff yourself and you can see the metrics and everything. And it'll be set up as a drop shipper, but you can actually bulk up, get whatever you want to order and then just drop it on your web.
Yeah, I'm all for Shopify. I would drop ship a lot of products, until I would drop ship products until I prove that method works for that particular product, and that if my store is branded for that particular product, then I will buy them and then ship them off. You know what I mean, myself. You know what I mean? That's definitely a way that you can go about doing that. Much appreciated. Any other questions? Somebody else had a question. I
Hi,
forgot
this is
who it was.
Tam. Um,
Okay.
I have a question. I sell mainly secondhand items,
Hmm.
um, as a reseller. So my question to you is the how is Amazon as a platform for resellers that usually sell secondhand items, clothing, accessories, jewelry, stuff like that, especially vintage.
Yeah, I want to sell secondhand items on Amazon. Not those particular items. The only secondhand items that I sell on Amazon are used books. Because used books have one of the highest ROIs, like on Amazon, like 2,000, 25,000% ROI. Something's crazy like that, right? Because I'm able to get them. I'm able to get used books for free, or for pennies on the dollar. You know what I mean? But if you're selling something like secondhand, I would say eBay is your best bet, or the apps, like um, Facebook Marketplace, Parchmart. Those apps are the best place to sell those type of Etsy even um, as well.
And I'm gonna so I'm kind of curious about that, Dante, because I remember there was a time where there was certain things other than books that because I was shocked. I was like, wait a minute, Amazon is accepting used items. But and people do it, and some people think it's lucrative, but I don't know. I just don't know why. I think there are better opportunities with less fuss. But I just wanted to say, Tam, um, don't let me forget to link with you because I will be doing some rooms specifically on reselling. I am a professional reseller, so I'll be doing some rooms specifically on professional reselling. So if that's something that you're interested in, we will unpack that in the future. So I'm jotting it down so I don't forget to make sure that you're aware of it when it happens.
Okay, let me know. I'm down
Okay.
for it.
All
Thanks.
right.
And thank you,
Okay.
Dante.
No problem. Anybody got any other questions? No questions. All right, cool. So I'll get into I'll get into something that's called ungating. A lot of people when they first start on Amazon, like Nike, other different well-known brands, right? Big brands, Nike, Adidas, Asics, New Balance, things of that nature, like that. It's a lot of items that you can't sell on Amazon right away. You have to get what's called ungated, meaning that these brands are authorized, very, very huge brands, and they don't want you just selling fake products. So you have to prove to them that you're buying your products from an authorized retailer, um, and verify that, right? So the way that you verify that is you actually buy the product from an authorized retailer, um, or wholesaler or distributor, and what they're going to give you is what's called a purchase invoice, not a regular receipt, a purchase invoice, just an invoice showing your name, your email address, what you purchased, how many you purchased, the price of it on a physical piece of paper when you get it shipped to you, or when you go into the store to buy it. All right. Um, that's what Amazon wants to see. Now, once you buy at least 10 of them, that's the minimum that you need to buy to get ungated with that purchase invoice. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go to your house. You're gonna take pictures. You're gonna take at least 5 pictures, 5 pictures. You're gonna take a picture of the front of the product. You're gonna take a picture of the back of the product, the top of the product, the bottom of the product, and if it has a side, you can take a picture of the side. and you're also going to take a picture of all 10 products that you actually have, very, very clear, and a picture of the actual invoice, right? Now, once you do this, you're going to go to that listing and click on like add a product or whatever. And it's going to say, hey, you're gated for it. You need to get ungated. These are the steps. Now, since you've already took the pictures, you're just going to upload those pictures to Amazon. And then Amazon's going to look at those pictures, look at everything, make sure everything is legit. And then you're going to get authorized to sell that particular brand. The reason why this is important is because a lot of Amazon sellers aren't gated for aren't ungated for everything, right? So now you're not in the pool with everybody else, right? You're in a whole different lane because a lot of people don't know how to get ungated for particular items. So now it's less competition in those areas as well, right? So that's another way that you can stand out and generate a lot of income in gated products or gated brands or categories as well. So um, anybody have a question about getting ungated right now? It's very, very simple to get ungated. So, but people just don't know because they don't have a coach or a trainer or anything like that. All right. Um, yeah. So I want to talk about different different obstacles that I faced um, when I started Amazon, and a lot of people will face the same thing. So this is the thing, like when you don't know how to sell on Amazon, the first thing a person does is go to YouTube, right? And when you go to YouTube, you got to understand that the people that's talking on a lot of the people that's talking on YouTube, it's not their actual business. They're doing it to get views and clicks and things of that nature, and they'll do it. And then the next 3 months or so, you'll see that they have another video of why I quit Amazon or don't do Amazon. You get what I'm saying? Um, that's because they don't understand. They don't have they don't go into Amazon with the goal in mind, and they don't understand or make it realistic to them. So they end up quitting because of a lot of different obstacles that they face. Before you start selling on Amazon, I tell my students a couple different things. You need to understand your goal, right? So the way you do that is to make sure you have a break even point, right? Understand what your break even point is, just period, in your whole life, right? Write down all your bills, like your rent, your mortgage, your car note, gas money, insurance, you know what I mean, food, you know what I mean, light bill, gas bill, all that good stuff, right? You write all of that down and round it up to like the nearest hundred. So if it's 358 or something like that, it's $400, right? And then you just keep doing that for everything. After you get that total for the stuff that you have to pay for, you want to add that total up, and then you want to divide it by 4, and you also want to divide that same large total by 28. The reason why you got those numbers is because now you know how much you need to make per day. You also need to know how much money you need to make per week, right? Those are your actual goals that you need to hit when you're selling on Amazon, right? You don't have to hit it this month or next month. If you set your goals to be realistic within the next 6 months, you understand now that you're very, very successful, right? You also understand how much money you need to invest to hit those goals. Um, if you need to invest more money, right? And you just understand, you can see your numbers better. So you might say, okay, well, if I keep going down this path right now, I'll hit my goal within the next 60 days, right, or 90 days. Or you might say, you know what, if I keep going this path, I can hit it in the next 90 days. But if I have business credit, right, or whatever, I can actually take out a business credit loan, scale this up right now, and I'll hit this in the next, 35 days or 45 days, right? And then I can pay that stuff off, and then I'll be where I need to be at, right? So it's different strategies that you can use based upon your knowledge of money. That's the first part. The next part is miscellaneous items. You do the exact same thing that you did with the bills that you have to pay. Like for miscellaneous items, you might like to go to the club, you might go to the lounge, you might drink, you might smoke. You know what I mean? You might like to eat out a lot. Add that stuff up and divide that by 28 and divide it by 4, You can see exactly how much money you need to make there. Once you made enough money to cover your bills and that, and actually able to do that times three or two, now you understand, like, okay, I'm almost able to quit my job if you have a job. You get what I'm saying? I'm almost able to do it. I wouldn't necessarily quit right then. I would wait till I'm at least 5 to 7 times over that amount to be able to quit the job. So if your overhead is, $3,000, what I mean, you want to at least wait till you're at, 15 to $20,000 a month before you start to quit any type of job. You get what I'm saying? But that's one of the things that I wish I would have known, um, you know, beforehand. A lot of people don't, so they don't understand the numbers. They end up quitting doing Amazon because they just don't understand the numbers, right? Another thing is with Amazon is being consistent, right? It doesn't matter where you start off at, but the person that's going to be the most consistent is going to win, right? Meaning that if you start off with $300, I started off with $300, right? If you start off with $300, just be consistent. Spend that $300 on products, right? If you have a job and you can, what I mean, like afford to spend an extra $100 or $200 a month, what I mean, on products, spend an extra $100, $200 a month on products, right? It's not going anywhere. It's only going into physical products to make you more money. You get what I'm saying? So if you like that and you're staying consistent with it, you're gonna build. It's gonna be a snowball effect. The more money you have, obviously, the faster you get to your goals. But that doesn't mean that if you have a little money that you still can't get to those same goals. You get me? So a lot of people think that just because I start off with $300, $500, that I can't make, 50,000 by the end of the year. You know what I mean? So like that's another misconception that people think about as well. So most definitely. Any questions with that?
I just wanted to make a comment real quick. I wish
Shoot.
I would have knew about the free shipping stuff,
Hmm.
but when I heard you mention about the business lines of credit, it made me think about the route that I took. I got the net 60 or the net 30 cards, and I got my shipping from Uline. And with the net 60, you don't have to pay it back for 60 days. That's what it's for. So that's a good add on to, you know.
Yeah, but you don't have to even go. You don't even have to go that route. Like because if you're doing like Uline and stuff, they charge you so much money where you don't have like. Why would you pay that? When there's other companies out here that give you the same thing that Uline give you for cheaper, right? Like majority of the stuff that you get, like boxes and stuff, you can get from USPS, depending on the sizes that you need. If you need custom size, then yeah, what I mean, you might want to go to Uline, or you might want to check your local areas around you first before you start to go there. But what I mean, if you need a custom box, if you got like a product, like I got a student, he sells a soap, right? And this soap is like nobody else has this soap no more, right? And so he actually bought a custom sized box that he gets the soap from, and he got a whole bunch of them, right? So that's that he get it. He bought them for Uline, right? So yeah, like at that point, but majority of stuff that you're selling, you just need a poly bag or a bubble mailer for that you can get for very very cheap at what I mean, like USPS sites, or even at like Walmart. Not Walmart, you can get them at too as well. But other different places you can get products for cheaper and quicker from as well. So
Oh, yeah, I
just
get
look around.
4 ounce containers and stuff, for products and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's other wholesalers out there that's way cheaper than, I mean, for 4 ounce containers. Are you talking about the 4 ounce the drop bottles, or the like beauty type of four
The
ounce containers?
beauty, the black, for
Yeah, the
shea products and that
yeah,
type.
okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, you can get those from other different wholesaler places as well
Oh yeah, you
that
got one
provide it.
for.
SKS Bottling and Packaging.
All right.
Yeah, so stuff like that, it's what I mean. Like you don't have to do that. But I was talking more along the lines of Amazon can be capital intensive. So that means you're spending money to make more money. But if you do have credit and things of that nature, or credit cards and things, business credit cards, not personal credit cards, business credit cards. Let me say that. That'll help you scale your business up once you understand what you're doing and know where you are in your business based upon your numbers and your understanding of selling on Amazon is a the next step. All right. The other cool part about Amazon as well is they have other programs to where once you start to generate income on Amazon, over like $10,000 consistently, you start getting emails from people, like Payability and all these other different sites that says, "Hey, listen, we know you sell on Amazon, right? You're doing good at it, but if you had extra money that we can lend you, you know what I mean? Like they'll give you money to sell on Amazon. Like it's not an issue because they know that you're making money. They can see your sales, right? So, so that's something that's good as well. No different than like Shopify gives you, you know what I mean, loans, and Stripe gives you loans and things like that. You have Payability. You have multiple different other companies as well that does the exact same thing. You got like you can get sellers funding. You can get what I mean, like you can go to Clearbank, Thrasio, Accrue Me, things like that to get Lendio, to get working capital, and even PayPal gives you working capital too.
Hey, can you go over the numbers again? You were saying something about we need to
Oh, the
make a
break even.
goal and
Yeah. So if I had a piece of paper, right, what I would do is I would write a line straight down the middle of that piece of paper, and then I'll write like a T at the bottom of like an upside down T on the paper, right? Um, and pretty much what I'm doing is I'm writing my break even points. So whatever your bills are. So if your bills are your rent or mortgage, your light bill, your gas bill, your water bill, your car note, your car insurance. Um, you might have kids that you might have daycare. You got food. You know what I mean? Gas, or whatever the bills are that you have to pay, right? That cannot be changed, right? That if these bills don't get paid, you're gonna be hurting, right? So write those down. Once you write those down, you want to make it an even number. So if it's if one of your bills is $345 or something like that, of $32, it's 350, right? Just keep it simple. Just round it up. So that way, some like your light bill might be higher sometimes, it might be lower, but if you rounding everything up, it doesn't really matter because it's gonna you're gonna be able to cover it. After you do that, you just add everything up, and then you divide it by 28, which is 28 days. In a month. And then you divide it by four for 4 weeks in a month, and then you can see the numbers that you need to make. Like based upon. So if you're looking at these numbers, say for instance you're making, you need your bills are like $3,000. That's probably like $28 a day or something. You know what I mean? Um, it's like yeah, like $28 a day or something like that. Now like, all right, cool. If I'm selling on Amazon, I need to figure out how I can make $28 a day on Amazon, right? That might be selling one product for $28 in profit, or it might be selling $3. I mean, three products for like $12. You know what I mean, a day or something like that. You get me? And if you can understand right there, that right there will help you scale your business up, and also manage your expectations on what you need to make, versus trying to say, well, I need to make $1 million. You get what I'm saying? And that's what people do. They think when they get on here, they're just gonna go from zero to hero real quick. Like no, like look at how much you need to make for your bills and your life, and if you make that, you're successful, right? Now that you understand how to hit your break even points every month, through products, you can scale that, right? You can scale that business model up because you could just 10x the exact same thing you did. If you want to make, let's say for instance, if you want to make $30 a day, you can have three products that you need to sell. You can sell three products a day for $10. But if you want to make $60 a day, you can have six products that's making $10, or two products that's making $30, right? In profit. and now you go and search for those particular products like that, and then you scale your business like that as such. You get me? And then it is, and month over month you're gonna notice an increase. The cool part about Amazon is it's very, very predictable year over year. It's the exact same thing happens all the time. Different sales, different sales, different closeout sales. You know what I mean? Clearance sales, and each quarter is different, right? So you have 4 quarters right now. You know what I mean, like you're gonna have, it's all sales, right? It's a whole bunch of, it's after Christmas sales, New Year sales, then we going into Valentine's Day sales, you know what I mean, Easter sales and all these other good sales. But all the way up until that point of Q4, like when we're in Q3, when we hit Q4 again, guess what? We know that Christmas sale, that's the biggest time of the year. So basically what you're doing is you're building your income up from Q1, Q2, and Q3, and getting in position for those 3 months to make all your money, like a crazy amount of money in the Q4 section, because that's when people buying the most on Amazon, right? Last year's like $514 billion was sold on Amazon. 6% of those, 60% of sales that Amazon makes is by sellers, right? So if you're looking at that, that should be the goal. Like, let me make money right now to get in position for Q1, Q2, and Q3, so that way I can make a stupid amount of money doing Q4, right? And that's pretty much how you position yourself to generate a lot of income. Y'all got any other questions?
Thanks.
Yeah, I do. I want to jump in just really quick.
Okay.
First of all, I just want to say thank you. This has been great and so informative. And I know we have a few new people in the room. I want to say hello to La and welcome to Podgy. Just really quick, there was a little bit of a mix up on time zone, so that's kind of what happened there, guys. So we are going to reschedule the podcasting class. So stay tuned for that. And Jeremy, Comrade, two
Same
Jeremys
time
in
next week.
I don't know yet. I have to. We'll talk offline. Um, we'll have to check schedules and stuff like that. Um, and I just want to say hello, but I just want to say really quickly about the community. So there's 4 pillars to this community. One is that it's accessible, meaning that you come in here, you're able to experience free content. You're not, no one's trying to like really sell you anything, but we do have educators such as Dante who do have educational platforms where you can go to a higher level with him. He's going to be doing multiple classes with us. I do believe he's kind of forming his own community, so you want to give him a follow. That's the goal, is for educators and communities to be formed outside of this community. Once the people that are really interested and kind of serious about it are identified, so you can work together. So how this works is that if you want to start selling on Amazon, for instance, and there's 3 or 4 other people, you guys do it together. If you do it under the guidance of a coach or a mentor like Dante, you would definitely be more successful. I definitely recommend it. But most importantly is that if you have community with others, you guys can learn and build off of one another. So that's kind of the one of the pillars here. So accessible, interactive. Dante, I want to thank you. Done an amazing job asking questions, making sure everybody's involved. It's hands-on. We're going to get to that point with this maybe the next time Dante comes in. So we actually go through the process of setting up a free account, maybe doing some basic stuff. And the last thing is accountable. So the goal is, if you want to do something, and you vocalize that, we are going to be checking in um, as time goes on. So I just wanted to share that real quick. But Dante, I did want to ask, I have a couple of questions I do want to briefly touch on before we close out.
Okay.
Maybe start winding down about 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes at the max. But I did want to briefly touch on eBay and Facebook Marketplace to kind of talk about that a little bit. But before we do that, there are plenty of people, well, not plenty, but there's some that have million-dollar, multi-million-dollar businesses exclusively through Amazon.
Hmm.
I know you made, if I don't know if you scaled to that point yet, but can you tell people what that looks like? Like if you want to have $1 million business on Amazon, what that would entail, and from your vantage point.
Yeah.
I just want to give people an idea for those who are thinking big about something like this.
Yeah, so basically you got multiple different ways that you can have $1 million business, depending on what area you're in. So if you're dealing with retail and online arbitrage, that's gonna look a little bit different. The reason why is because you're not, majority of the time you're either gonna have to have a warehouse. Not a you don't have to have a warehouse to have $1 million business. Let me stop. But you can have a warehouse, or you can have a storage unit. You know what I mean? Or you can just have a big house, right, to have products in. Because a couple different things is you can only have 5,000 products in Amazon's warehouse at a time, right? So you're gonna have five. Let's say, for instance, you send 5,000 products in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? You might sell 1,000 or 2,000 products. You know what I mean, a week or whatever, and you're constantly sending those products in. The other products you're gonna have to do merchant fulfill. So you might have to hire somebody, or you can do it yourself. You can run $1 million business by yourself on Amazon. But when you start to get to multi-million, you definitely gonna have some people with you. It could even be family members or people that you hire. But that's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it without hiring people is you're gonna have to go through a prep service. A prep service is a company like a Amazon. Instead of you preparing the products yourself to ship to Amazon, you can just ship all your products from let's say if it's like I'm buying something from Walmart, I can ship all my products to the prep centers, and then on the prep centers they take care of everything for you to prep it, prepare it, ship it to Amazon, and just keep that process rolling so you don't have any products at home. That's one of the ways you can do it. The other way is wholesaling. Wholesaling is a huge way of doing it, and you're gonna have to either ship all those products into Amazon as well to scale up your business that way, which is wholesaling one particular brand. That brand is you're gonna make millions, but those millions aren't gonna be in profit. You get what I'm saying? It's not gonna be in profit. It's gonna be in sales. So I don't know if you want to. You know what I mean, you can make 12%, 20% profit or ROI on each product that way, but you're gonna make a lot of money in sales, but not profit. The next way that you can make a lot of profit is by private labeling, and then now you can have a true $1 million business that way. Simply because you're getting the products for a way lower price, the lowest price that you can get, and you're creating the demand for that particular product. So somebody was talking about drop shipping earlier, and one of the ways that you can use the same model. So say for instance, like you're drop shipping a product, you have a general store on Shopify, right? You're just testing products out, and then after you test those products, you find a winner, and that winner is a good product. You turn that product and you turn that product into a brand. So you make a whole nother Shopify account and brand that particular product, right, with your label and things like that. And if it starts to continuously win, you could take that same product and scale it to Amazon as well, right? And you can just send traffic from your website to Amazon. So that way you start to get sales on Amazon and build up your rank. So that way you can be on the first page of Amazon, and now you have a full blown business. You know what I mean? And now you've already created the demand, you create the price point yourself, and you can scale that to a seven figure business also. But majority of the seven figure businesses is you're gonna need some help if you're dealing with multi seven figures. Seven figures, you can do that yourself.
Yeah, and I just wanted to throw this out here too, like, um, just because this is something else we're going to be talking about and unpacking, is that I remember seeing a Kickstarter, and I think they raised, I don't want to say, this was a really good Kickstarter campaign. So, it's
Hmm.
definitely an outlier, but they raised $400,000. How he did it is that he wanted to create this performance nut butter. And what happens with like Kickstarter, people are really excited about your product. So what they do is they make a pledge, a financial pledge, so that you can, R&D and then produce that product, right? Obviously, he worked with manufacturers, from China and so forth, right? That's a whole nother part of the process. Once he was able to bring it to market, he brought it to the marketplace. And I know that he did sell on Amazon as well. So there is definitely, a process to being a successful in product development. And there are quite a few people that are bringing quality product to the market on Amazon. Or Dante, you can speak to this as another strategy is product improvement. If you think that, I know at one time that was popular, is that you see a product that's performing well, but there's something wrong with it. Like it could be a shoulder bag, and maybe the only people love it, but the only complaint is not it's not comfortable. Like you can improve upon that product, and you already have the data that it's already been successful. So,
Yeah.
anyways, I don't know if you had any thoughts about that, Dante.
Yeah, that's on yeah, that's private labeling. That's another that's what that's in the product research section. So when you when you're doing like your market research or something like that, the first thing you want to do is you want to look at the competition, see what they're doing, right, and then see what they're not doing. The way you do that is by looking at the reviews. When you look at the reviews, you see what people look at the bad reviews. When you look at the bad reviews, you see what people don't like about the product, or they wish they would have done about the product, or what they're lacking. If you see that same, if you see those same reviews consistently, on different listings, that's something that you want to see if you can improve on, so that way you can have a step above the competition. So yeah, that's private labeling though. Um, you got that's a lot of capital intensive, but that's what private labeling is about.
Dope.
Yeah, you said you want me to talk about what eBay?
Yeah, yeah. We don't have to spend too much time on it, but just to, I mean, maybe
Okay.
a good comparison would be talking about what you could sell on mm, the difference in marketplaces, what you could sell on Amazon that you also could sell on eBay. Because I know people know that you could sell, you can auction things off, but to understand how that works and then how you can also do that on Facebook Marketplace and the reasons why you might want to do that,
Mm,
from your standpoint.
gotcha. So somebody asked a question earlier about like I don't know if they're still in the room, but they asked about like um refunds and you know what I mean stuff like that, like the all the other stuff, right? And so eBay is a good place. eBay, just all the other marketplaces, eBay including, you know what I mean, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, any other app stores, marketplaces, are good for like returns and, you know what I mean, liquidations and things of that nature. So the reason why is because Amazon, when you're selling products, they want the highest quality products. They don't want their boxes messed up. They want everything perfect, right? But with eBay, it's not like that. It's totally the opposite, right? You can get like the box can be crumbled up as long as you put it in the description and let people know, like, hey, the product is good, but the box is like a little crumbled or whatever. People are gonna buy it, right? They just want the product. So that's one of the good uses for eBay. The other part of eBay is that I like is when you go over, you can see what's selling, you can see the trends, and you can also drop ship on eBay, right? I condone drop shipping on eBay, just not Amazon. You can go to like the sold listings and completed listings on the left side, and you can actually see what products has sold in the past like 30 days or whatever. And you can be like, oh, this is the hot product, people are buying it, and then you can list that product as well. Um, the other cool part about it is the competition is not that high on eBay, right? The was eBay has around about 600 600 million visitors per month on their site. Amazon has 2.4 billion per month on the site average. So you can look at the numbers and say, okay, well, if that's that many visitors on eBay site, it's not that many sellers on eBay. You know what I mean? And if you can find products that you can sell at a consistent price, you're gonna and you can put a great title on it, then you can figure out a way to sell more products than the other person. So that's one of the reasons why you use eBay. Same thing with Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is a little bit different. Um, the reason why Facebook Marketplace is a little bit different is because you can localize it or you can sell in other states as well. That's another lesson for another day for that. But I like the Facebook Marketplace a little bit, um, simply because you can drop ship on there, one of the ways I like to drop ship on there is by taking products from Walmart. You know what I mean? Taking products from other stores and listing them on the Facebook Marketplace, right? And you can do that. I forgive me what I'm about to say, but I call it toilet stool money. So whenever you whenever you're in the bathroom, you can list products on Walmart. You can list products from Walmart to Facebook
I'm
Marketplace.
weak.
By the time you finish, by the time you finish doing what you do, I mean, you done list about 5 or 10 products. You know what I mean? And you do that every day. You know what I mean? Like you can start to generate some income off of that. So that's what I call it. But yeah,
Can we unpack
those are
that really quick? Because I
yeah.
think that would be something that would be. No, we're not going to unpack the fact you call it toilet stool money. I'm really mad about that. That was wild. Okay. But I do want to unpack that a little bit because I think that might have went over a couple, somebody who might be new to this is to kind of explain, like, can we step by step that you're saying, hey, listen, you can go to Walmart, you can list products on Facebook Marketplace because um, they don't have as many rules and things of that nature, right? In regards to
Right.
drop
It's the Wild
shipping.
Wild West.
Yeah, it's still like the Wild Wild West still. Yeah. And you can get money on Facebook Marketplace, even with Facebook shops, right?
Hmm.
So can we unpack that a little bit, like step by step that like can you say, okay, this is exactly how you would do it. You would go to Walmart, you would do this, you would do that, because I want people to really understand. And we might be
Yeah.
able to do that as a little group to try it out. But go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, you go to Walmart, you go to retailers on the left side of your of the screen or wherever it's at. Um, Once you click on retailers, you click on Walmart. The reason why you click on Walmart because other sellers sell on. You can sell on Walmart platform as well, but other sellers are selling on Walmart. So you want to just click only Walmart, right? Because they're going to be your supplier, nobody else. They're the only consistent thing. I'm not looking for on sale items. I'm looking for items that look like they're expensive, right? So if I'm selling like a dresser, the dresser has to look like it's expensive, but it's not expensive. It might be $30. You know what I mean? That's not on sale either. It's $30. That's just what it is. And then I could turn around and sell it for $80. You get me? And then I'll turn around and charge for shipping for it as well, right? So $80. The shipping charges, I might charge $20 for shipping. So Amazon might, I mean, not Amazon, Walmart might give me free shipping for it, right? But I'm charging $20 extra for it because they think that I'm shipping the item off to them. You know what I mean? So they're gonna pay me the extra 20 plus the 80. You know what I mean? You subtract the little $30 I spent on it, I'm in profit, right? Based on what I'm doing is I'm screenshotting the product, right? I'm screenshotting the pictures. So they might have like 5 to 7 pictures. I screenshot like 3 or 4 of those pictures, right? I literally copy the description. I scroll down, copy the description, and I paste everything into the Facebook Marketplace. I put my price on it. That's obviously like 3 times higher than what everybody else's what I'm paying for it, and then boom, I just rinse and repeat that same cycle over and over and over. It shouldn't take you probably like 2 minutes tops to create a listing on Amazon.
Okay, so
I mean,
Dante,
not on Amazon, on Facebook Marketplace.
I want to unpack that a little bit more. One is I want to put a one in the chat. If this is something, put a one in the chat. If okay, and then I'm gonna ask y'all to put a two in the chat if you don't want to do it. So it's either a one or a two. Put a one in the chat if this is something that you would like to try next week, using this process to see how it would work for you if you can make a sale using Facebook Marketplace. I definitely want to have people set up Amazon accounts and eBay accounts if they want to do that. But this is something that's you can't play around with Amazon because you mess up, you get your account taken. It's a real problem for you. But put a one in the chat if you would like to try this next week with the drop shipping method on Facebook Marketplace using Walmart products and the way that Dante just described. Okay, I see Paji. Anybody else?
Hey
Let's talk
Dante,
about the huh?
uh, now I wanted to tell Dante about one of my eBay nightmares I had real quick. And
Okay,
I
well,
just
hold on one second, Paji.
okay,
Let me get through
okay,
this first. Thank
okay.
you. All right. All right. So there's no, okay, because y'all not interested, then we're not going to do it. Okay, put a
Yeah.
two in the chat if that's something you don't want to try. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't something you don't want to try. And then if I don't get any more ones or twos, I'm gonna give a little conversation about being a good community member. Then I'm gonna start saying stuff like comrade, Joyce. I'm just playing with y'all. Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all not telling me. How am I gonna know if y'all don't tell me if y'all want to do this or not? How am I gonna know? Are y'all still there? Y'all awake?
I'm gonna do it. Let's go.
I got you. I'm in the UK. Okay, the silence in the UK. We have no Walmart. Okay.
Yeah, you could do. Yeah, you could do. Amazon, Amazon is the best. Like Amazon is like if you set up Amazon accounts, and you could do that in the